Psychotechnology. Psychotechnology. Technologies of the mind. Social technologies. There's no motherboards or processors. We are the processor, and we run the psychotech on our platforms, the platforms of our consciousness, of our culture. And so what can we implement? What can we download and run collectively as a society and as individuals to bring about a game A, to obsolete, or probably bring about the game B and obsolete the game A? Psychotechnology could be something like religion, perhaps, even more granular prayer or awe, wonder, contemplation.
Video games as the novel technology which has permitted the psychotechnology of game design come into being. Game design is the key to game B. Learn how to become game designers, how to design a new game that we can decide to play rather than being forced to play. All the different aspects of designing a game. What are the toys that we play with? What is the avatar that we play with? What are the tools that we play with? What constraints are there? How long do we have to live inside of this game? How long do we need to sleep? How long do we need to be awake? What do we need to do to keep this game going?
Game design and game designers. What makes a good game design is what makes a good game. What makes us want to continue to play the game? What makes the game worth the candle? Is that what they say? What makes it so? Games are fun, are they not? Constructive, perhaps. Fun. Engaging is a word. Yeah, engaging. The games are engaging. They keep us coming back for more. And if game A is a game that is a zero-sum game with some winners and many losers, it will extinguish itself. And no game that extinguishes itself can be fun to play.
Game B is the game of consciously and with consent playing with psychotechnologies. Psychotechnologies that create blood flows in the players. Reading numbers, reading letters, creating emotion, creating motion within us. Right now, psychotechnologies are used without our consent to direct our blood flows. Direct your energy towards this image, towards this idol. Media as a magister psychotechnology, which directs our blood flows, how to repossess this media that we can play with it.
To be possessed by the game, by a psychotechnology. It's non-consensual. Is it a game? Or is it cruelty? Is it a crime? How do we distinguish games of others for those who do not consent to play? What kind of psychotechnologies allow us to realize that we are players, we are living in a game? Is it stories? Is it metaphor? Video games as the meta game, perhaps. Or actually game design would be the meta game, maybe.
cultivating the witness which can perceive the games, cultivating the spectator at all moments, watching which games are being played and deciding, do I want to stay or do I want to leave? Once you're in the middle of a game, then you shouldn't really leave. You're in the middle of a match. If you leave, then you ruin the game for everybody.
Mm.
When you're a spectator, you can leave at any moment. The ideal form would be both simultaneously, to be playing and to be spectating, and to know that at any time you can leave a game if it no longer suits you, but to give yourself to the games that you believe in. So to choose wisely, to which games do you give your blood?
And when do we know that a game no longer suits us? For so many of us, I'm embarrassed. I'm not winning. I'm not defeating the others. I am losing at the expense of others. So rage quit the game, or even spoil the game for everyone. But the best games are the games that will continue to allow you to grow even while you are quote unquote losing. And so it is not a loss. We are not losing. We are growing together in the share toward the shared orientation, the shared vector of growth. And so this is anti-fragility, that when we are hit or attacked, we are growing stronger.
A game that has no hard losses. A game that is contained by a playground where if you fall onto the sand and not onto the pavement. Where you're not thrown out into the street and you have lost the game, even just for a moment. Psychotechnology of empathy, of a greater empathy, not just for what one can see, but also for the invisible. Identification with all humanity, with all being, so that one does not only love selectively, or one loves unconditionally. What practices do we need to cultivate these psychotechnologies?
And how do we make that portable, those practices portable to others, to spread this game? The psychotechnology of religion has a lot of baggage, but if we could create the religion that's not a religion, we can bring a batch of psychotechnologies and import it and install it very efficiently. It might be the only way to do it, but to cultivate a spirit of humility, empathy, prayer, not for the sake of itself, not for the sake of some imagined deity, but for the space that it allows us to enter when we engage in the reflective process of prayer.
For the next era of psychotechnology, we need open source code. Code that is not obfuscated in esoteric traditions held behind priestly curtains, but instead accessible to all. And with that code, we also need new psychotechnological imprinters. Just like we have 3D printers to print new tools, we need imprinters to memorize, to integrate these new ways of being, to repeat them over and over until we do not forget them, the rituals that we need for this new game to become a part of ourselves.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Hmm.